Hello everyone, welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot, a very cold Monday evening. I have the after tarot on the tarot table. Sorry, I keep knocking the camera. And we're going to have a look at this divide and rule theory from Matt Wilkinson of the Sun newspaper. And we're going to have a look at it a second time around. We looked at it from the Parkles' point of view. Are they really trying to drive a wedge between Prince William and the King? We had a look at that. It looked like Matt Wilkinson might be onto something. In this second reading, I'm just going to do a relationship spread between King Charles and Prince William. We're going to ask, is their relationship a bit rocky at the moment? Given everything that's been going on, we're going to ask about the lead up to this not so secret meeting that William was left out of. There are rumours that he was told about it. I read on that yesterday. And we're going to ask where their relationship is right now, because of course there's horror and dismay all abroad about the fact that there was such a meeting. People can't believe it. People very upset. Prince William might be having a told you so moment. Don't know. And then we're going to see how things are going to progress between them. There is an alleged peace summit coming up between King Charles and Prince Harry in September. I don't know if that's just manifesting from Montecito or whether it's genuine. But we're going to look. The King and Prince William. How are things between them? It's always been a bit of a rocky relationship as far as I can tell. Ooh, yeah, the cards agree with that. The fact that they just all went flying all over the place. Okay. Don't have to go under the tarot table for this one. Normally I do when that happens, but that was quite a sight. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Relationship spread, past, present, future, past, very recent past, and the future also pretty recent future. Near future, I think that's the word. Okay, just briefly lost my mind there. So stunned by the cards flying everywhere. I felt it energetically. And of course, this is just tarot. It's for fun and entertainment. My opinion, speculation, just read energy. And disclaimer in the box below. So, what's going on? I'm a bit nervous. We got the Seven of Swords and it's in reverse. The Seven of Swords is the defense card. When it's in reverse, feeling very vulnerable, under attack and feeling vulnerable. And it could be both of them, of course, both feeling vulnerable. Never-ending attacks from Harry and Meghan, of course. It's been going on for years now. And exhausting, really, to have to keep fighting back, to keep pushing back, and to keep on the high road. And the point that Matt Wilkinson made in his article for The Sun that I'm reading on today is that Prince William has always taken the high road with Harry and Meghan. He's made compromises for the sakes of their egos and their complaints and their shoutings. He's never, ever, ever said anything against them. They have said an awful lot against him and his wife and his children. Let's not forget that. Well, they're proxies, shall we say. It's exhausting being in that position, being so vulnerable, constantly open to attack, possibly from your own father, in Prince William's case. So not a comfortable energy at all. So past, Pa and Prince William, we'll look at them together. That's Pa's energy, got the Moon in reverse and Queen of Cups for Prince William. Pa has the Moon in reverse. Always the Moon shouts Princess Diana when I do these royal readings. Of course she was Diana, and she was a Cancerian. The Moon is supposed to be Pisces and Tarot, but it's powerful Moon energy, Cancerian energy. For me, as a reader, guilt over Princess Diana, I think that drives everything that Charles does. My armchair psychology moment for the day, and I believe this. I believe this profoundly. I think that Charles is riddled with guilt about what's happened in his marriage. And many would say rightly so. And so Harry has had enormous leeway and opportunity to do terrible things without Pa actually disciplining and putting down boundaries and things like that. But it's also the Moon in reverse is being caught out, because the moon is shady stuff when it's upright, doing stuff in secret, hidden stuff, people being confused about what's really going on, and then it's in reverse and people thinking, you did that? Interesting energy from Pa, don't you think? Prince William's got the Queen of Cups, also Mummy Diana energy. All of this Mummy Diana, all of it. His is positive, his is upright, his is a positive memory of her. The Queen of Cups for me always has this hint of nostalgia about her, because it is sentimentality. A lot of it is. It's also, of course, his own wife, his feelings for his own wife and the need to protect her. The Queen of Cups is quite soft and vulnerable and needs a lot of care, self-care even. So there's that in there. Very powerful feminine energy in here that's at the root of this whole situation. So when the has-been comes back into the frame as this awkward energy that they don't really know how to handle, or the king doesn't really know how to handle, moon in reverse, sort of making errors, stabbing in the dark, not stabbing in the dark, that's a very wrong expression, but it's that kind of not really knowing what to do, can't really see his way in the dark. Prince William sees it more clearly, and there is compassion in that energy, in that Queen of Cups. So it's not, I hate my brother and I will never forgive you for doing these weird moon in reverse things. He understands, he gets it, because they shared a mother, he and the has-been. Some people would say they might not have shared a father. We're not going there today. So it's not blaming, it's not accusing, it's not negative, it's understanding. He understands. He doesn't necessarily agree, because this is awfully shady over here, the moon. Just saying. So where are we now? King Charles. Now that it's all out in the open, we don't know what's going on really, but we're all speculating. Charles, and we're dealing with in the context of Prince William and how they're getting on. Charles wants to be liberated from this pickle that he's in, Eight of Swords. He wants things to improve. He wants to turn things around. He wants it to look good. He does not want, I'm sorry, I'm going to offend people by saying this, he does not want to end his reign on a negative with Harry and with Prince William. He wants to be cut free of the situation that he's in with Harry and also with Prince William. He wants to have this moment of success, of triumph even, with the Wheel of Fortune, where he can say, look, see, I've solved this problem. It's good, it's happy, it's a positive outcome. I've reconciled with this prodigal and it's all good. But he's got to be cut free there with that Eight of Swords, and only Prince William can cut him free to get that outcome. How's Prince William feel about this situation? Whoa, yeah. Three of Swords, not surprised to see that. And Ace of Pentacles, interesting. That they both have similar energy. They have wounds. Charles, the Eight of Swords is quite moon-like in its energy because it's fearful, it's nervous, it doesn't see its way out of a situation. Very similar. And then the big card, the Wheel of Fortune, let's turn things around. How can we turn things around? Prince William has this card of extreme betrayal and heartache, the Three of Swords. But it's turning around, which is interesting. It's improving because we've got the Ace of Pentacles. And what's the Ace of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles is he's the one in the pound seat here. He's the one with all the power. He's the one with the future laid down for him. Very clearly, Ace of Pentacles. He's the one on the yellow brick road. Maybe that wasn't such a good... no, it wasn't such a good reference. He's the one with the paths paved with gold. Better. Ace of Pentacles. He knows that soon enough he's got the keys to the kingdom in his hand. He's healing from the betrayal. He perceives the betrayal coming from Pa to some extent as well as Harry. with that Three of Swords, in my opinion. But he's healing from it. And we can see his energy when he's out and about. He's healing from a lot of heartache, not just to do with the has-been. There's the Queen of Cups, his wife, Catherine, her illness, very powerful need to cherish her, protect her, feeling that he can't, this underlying energy of being so vulnerable. But there is such a big card. So what's between these two men? What is between them? Conflict, of course, the Five of Wands, and then this difficult decision that's been made. So lots of arguments. I would say they have gone round and round with this has-been thing. Round and round and round and round over the same ground, over and over and over and over with that Five of Wands. In that kind of energy, no one ever wins. And then you get this Two of Swords, and it's in reverse. And the Two of Swords, it's interesting that these two men are doing battle over this blindfold woman in the after tarot. And it's like, okay, we have to do something. We can't carry on fighting and fighting and fighting. No one's winning. We have to do something. We have to do something that we don't necessarily agree on. We don't necessarily see the outcome of. We can't see the direction that it's going to take us in. But we have to do something. Very difficult energy, but resolve to act. Even if it's to cut the has-been out, give the opportunity. See, look, we met him, we entertained his people, we were so charming, we bought the wonderful gift for her, for Meredith Mains, we allowed ourselves to be packed, and then on we go, without the has-been. It's in there. Where are William and the King heading themselves? This is the King's energy in the future, and this is William's energy in the future. It doesn't bode well with the Lovers in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It doesn't bode well, unfortunately for them. Lovers is wrong choices when it's in reverse. It's a breakup card. I think that William is going to be pointing the finger at the King and saying, you made a mistake, you messed up. You thought you could play the Parkles at their own game, really. No, because the public is so hostile to this. Thousands and thousands of comments just in the Daily Mail. All, well, not all of them, but the vast majority, very opposed to any notion of forgiving the has-been, bringing him back into the fold, even as a non-working royal. People aren't ready to forgive. And people seeing the King in a very negative light as a result of this. I try to be sympathetic. I can kind of get it. Sympathetic to him. I'm not a Charles hater. I know lots of people in the Megxit universe are very opposed to Charles. I'm not one of those. But I can see a mistake where I see a mistake. That is a mistake. Lovers in reverse. Mess up. Back the wrong horse. And see now what's happened. And Prince William's just over it all with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's an exhaustion energy, the Two of Pentacles. It's like, I can't keep this whole show going. I can't be the one to keep the peace. I can't be the one to keep everything in equilibrium, which is what the Two of Pentacles is about, and what Matt Wilkinson said in his article, giving all the instances where Prince William has been the one to make the compromises, to keep everything, to keep all the plates in the air, basically, and then just saying, I'm not doing it anymore. Just not worth it. And it's a small card, the Two of Pentacles. It's never a very impressive card when you get it in a reading, but those small moments are sometimes huge moments. If you've ever been in conflict with someone and they've worn you down, Seven of Wands in reverse, they've worn you down, and eventually it's not a big shouty thing, it's not ultimatums, you passed all of that. We've been here and we are here now with the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords in reverse. William's just like, I'm over it. I'm just going to carry on my life, and I'm going to carry on my life because I know something. I know that. And that is whether he has the keys to the kingdom or not, because that has that. Look how the energy matches of those two cards. He's got something. in his life that is more precious than the keys to the kingdom. And that's a powerful message that's coming through for me energetically in this reading. Surprised to get it, but there it is. So for what it's worth, that's the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.